The second trap that he has up his sleeve, he says, فَإِذَا سَلِمْتَ مِنَ الْأُولَى فَإِنَّهُ يُزَيِّنُ لَكَ بِدْعَةً مِنْ عَمَلٍ أَوْ قَوْلٍ فَتَظُنُّ أَنَّكَ عَلَى حَقٍّ وَتَنْسَى أَنَّ كُلَّ بِدْعَةٍ ضَلَالَةٍ وَكُلَّ ضَلَالَةٍ فِي النَّارِ. He says, if you manage to now escape from the first trap that he has up his sleeve, he has something else waiting. He begins to now beautify for you innovative practices. Whether it's an action, whether it's a statement, and you think that this is the truth, and you forget that every innovation is a problem. My brothers and my sisters, Islam is a very, very balanced religion. بين الغالي فيه والجافي عنه. The Shaytān, when he sees you trying to be balanced in your ways, he will either try to get you to become an extremist or someone that is very negligent, and in the eyes of Allah, these are the same. Many a time we talk about extremists, but it's not mentioned enough, my brothers and my sisters, the aspect of being very negligent. Islam is in the middle. وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَاكُمْ أُمَّةً وَسَطًا. When we see extremism, terrorists, oh, this is extremists. The opposite of that, of going too far to the left, is extremely problematic as well. And you begin to think that this is actually haqq, he says. Innovative practices. This is why Ibn Abbas, the cousin of the Messenger ﷺ, said, Al-bid'atu ahabbu ila iblis min al-ma'siyah. Innovation is more beloved, newly invented practices, to the devil than sins. A sinner comes up to you, is committing a zina, you've caught him out, right? He says to you, brother, make dua for me. I know I'm doing wrong, make dua for me that I overcome this. But someone, my brothers and my sisters, who believes that this thing that he's doing is actually the religion, he thinks he's getting closer to Allah. وَلِذَلِكَ, a Muslim should always ask himself, in order to be safe in these very, very testing times, did our Prophet do this? Did the Sahaba radiallahu ta'ala anhum carry out this practice? In order to be saved from this second trap that the devil has up his sleeve. The third, my brothers and my sisters, he says, فَإِذَا سَلِمْتَ مِنَ الْأُولَى وَالثَّانِيَةِ انْتَقَلَ إِلَى الثَّالِثَةِ. If you are now safe from the first and the second, he has now the third up his sleeve. وَهِيَ عَمَلُ كَبِيرَةٍ مِنَ الْكَبَائِرِ. It is now to trap you in doing a major sin. حَتَّى يَجْعَلَكَ تُذْنِبْ وَلَكِنْ مَعَ التَّوْبَةِ وَالْإِسْتِغْفَارِ يَغْفِرُ اللَّهُ لَكَ. But by repenting, Allah Azza wa Jalla will forgive you. My brothers and my sisters, like I said at the beginning, the devil has been extremely, extremely active from the time of our parents, my brothers and my sisters, Adam and Eve, right? And by the way, not Adam and Steve, huh? Adam and Eve, up until, my brothers and my sisters, today's day and age. When he trapped them, my brothers and my sisters, and got them to sin, what is it that happened? The clothes came off. Nudity. He has been extremely, extremely active. From that time, up until most recent times. Do you guys remember, my brothers and my sisters, when we had those big Dell computers with the big backs in the living room? One might be accessing haram while in the corner of his eyes, he's watching the door. Do you guys remember? Yeah, some brothers are saying, no, of course, you guys were very young. Gen Zs. The elders remember the big Dell computers with the big backs. The devil's been very creative since. No one in their right mind would get the big computer and put it under their blankets, right? No one would do that. He'll keep it in the living room with the webcam, MSN Messenger, Yahoo. Do you guys remember? He's watching the door with the corner of his eyes. He begins to hear the door moving and flips the keyboard and then realizes it was only a cat that came running in. Now, my brothers and my sisters, with the creativity of the devil, يُوحِي بَعْضُهُمْ إِلَى بَعْضٍ. You have these phones where accessing filth and evil is a fingertip away. Which leads, my brothers and my sisters, one into the worst of sins. Am I exaggerating if I say that, my brothers and my sisters, with the era of social media, that this is the case? Am I exaggerating? Wallahi, I'm not. So innocently, a lady catches his eye on social media, and the Shaytān is whispering, go give her da'wah. Slip into each other's DMs. Shaytān still saying, give her da'wah. And then eventually, my brothers and my sisters, she ends up giving him da'wah with everything that she sends her, and then is what is. Isn't that so? There was times when I would ask those brothers and sisters who fell into haram, how did you guys fall into haram? It all started, my brothers and my sisters, browsing social media. The worst of the haram. And then they're messaging me, the glass vase has smashed into the ground. Now piecing it back together has become so much more difficult. Kabiratun min al-kabair. And then we're sitting around feeling sorry for ourselves, heartbroken, both men and women. Men, they get heartbroken as well, they got feelings. By the way, I don't think Allah will forgive me feeling spiritually dead and empty. Let me tell you guys something, my brothers and my sisters. You know your iman is like a battery. Think about it like a battery. When you commit certain sins, it gradually goes down. Imagine it's on 90%, 85, 87, وهكذا. There are certain sins that you fall into. It might be sky high. Because of that sin, it ends up hitting rock bottom. You might find yourself at maybe 1 or 2%. This is what the Messenger ﷺ told us when he said, لا يزني الزاني حين يزني وهو مؤمن ولا يشرب الشارب حين يشرب وهو مؤمن ولا يسرق السارق حين يسرق وهو مؤمن. When one commits zina or drinks or steals, the Messenger ﷺ is saying he's no longer a mu'min. Does that mean he becomes a kafir? La. We believe in Orthodox Islam that major sins don't take you out of the fold of Islam. But what this means here is, imagine your iman was sky high, it comes crashing down. Wallahi, my brothers and my sisters, a relative of mine told me, he said he was in Ramadan. We know Ramadan, your iman goes up, right? I remember when I used to go to London to lead Taraweeh, he would shadow me, he would follow me around. He dropped his drug dealing and his girlfriend before the month of Ramadan. Then comes the day of Eid, gets a phone call. And remember guys, Shaytān's not going to say to you, right, this is haram, go and do it. He's not going to say that to you. He is going to say, it's not like that. Goodness is going to come out of it. He's going to swear by Allah. Exactly like what he done. وَقَاسَمَهُمَا إِنِّي لَكُمَا لَمِنَ النَّاصِحِينَ. He took qasme. He took a qasam, guys. I am indeed a sincere advisor to you both. Even if you look and you break this sentence down or this verse, right? There are so many different particles that show ta'keed. That this is with surety. That you will be from the Khalideen. You will be, my brothers and my sisters, from people who will stay in Jannah forever. He gets a phone call on Eid. She calls him and she says, look, I don't want to do haram. Can you come over and I want to talk to you about making it halal? He drives down, my brothers and my sisters, parks up. Lets her into the car and the rest is history. Within a few minutes, wallahi, I remember we were sitting in the park in North London. We were sitting down and he's breaking down in front of me crying. You know what he said to me? I felt like my whole Ramadan, whatever iman I had went down the drain. This is a drug dealer telling me this, my brothers and my sisters. A drug dealer. To show you the kind of impact that it can have on your hearts. So he will take qasam. He will beautify it for you. وَزَيَّنَ لَهُمُ الشَّيْطَانُ أَعْمَالَهُم. To get you trapped in that kabira. And this is actually one of the things I'm going to discuss on Saturday. The agenda of destroying people's morality and where it came from and who's behind it. I can't always discuss those things in the masjid, you see. My lawyer told me to behave myself. Are you brothers and sisters with me? It's all so perfectly structured in order to mislead every single one of us. It is all intended. And Islam wants us to be streetwise, to be fully aware. That brings me, my brothers and my sisters, to another important point. Look what Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah ta'ala says. فَلَعَمْرُ اللَّهِ كَمْ مِنْ حُرَّةٍ سَارَتْ بِالْغِنَى مِنَ الْبَغَايَا. Who passed away in the year 751. He says, by Allah, how many innocent ladies, because of music, and I believe this happens to men as well, by the way, right? Because of music, they ended up becoming prostitutes. He's saying this over 700 years ago. Can you see, my brothers and my sisters, these music videos? You have music with all types of immorality, all types of zina, right? All being intertwined with one another. And you think this happens by chance, my brothers and my sisters. there is a lot of research that goes into how to keep the people connected and hooked on to these things and what it actually leads to. And we're being told, right? Over 700 years ago, this, my brothers and my sisters. How music is not a big deal, right? It's something very, very small. Don't make a big deal out of it. Sometimes people say that to us. We're living in 2025, brother. You're still living in the time of the Sahaba. We're in Canada. طيب. And then what it leads to? The more you keep looking at something and the more you keep hearing something, whether you believe this or not, it's a reality. Wallahi, my brothers. You will see yourself behaving a certain way. You've got brothers who watch these music videos, all of a sudden you see them dragging their trousers to their knees because of the things that he kept on looking at and he kept on hearing. It has an impact on a person's heart and the way he starts behaving. وهذا حق. Number 4, my brothers and my sisters. He says, فإن تبت أو فإذا سلمت من الطرق السابقة جاء لك بصغيرة تكون معك في كل وقت. If he couldn't get you to do any of the aforementioned, he now tries to trap you with doing the 4th, and that is the minor sin. And this takes away from your good deeds. How often is it, my brothers and my sisters, we tell ourselves, Wallah, it's not a big deal. It's a minor issue that I'm falling into. Don't think too much of it. My brothers and my sisters, do not look at how small the sin is. Look at the greatness of the one that you're disobeying. Allah Azza wa Jal, the Almighty. Look at how great He is. Don't look at this small sin. And also keep in mind, when you see so many small sins come together, eventually it becomes major. Just like when you are in the middle of a forest and you are setting a fire, maybe a small stick or two will not start that fire, right? It's only 1 or 2. But when now it is brought together, that fire can be huge. Agreed? Even though those sticks are very, very skinny and thin. My brothers and my sisters, wallahi, I know it's hard. Living in this society, this very filthy, sexualized society. I'm not going to sit there and talk as if it is easy. The Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he told us, Al-qabidu ala dinihi kal-qabidi ala al-jamar. Holding on to your religion, there will come a time, it will be like holding on to hot coal. I know how difficult it is, especially for our sisters. And they are the backbone of our society. I understand. And that's why you find the evil individuals, they target our sisters more than anyone else because they know they are the backbone of our society. And the saying is also correct. Behind every successful man is a woman. They are the ones that are bringing out the next generation. The man is normally busy outside working. And it's the mother that is bringing up these kids, isn't it? So it's hard, guys. This is why time and time again Ibn al-Qayyim, here he talks about seeking forgiveness. Constantly asking Allah Azza wa Jalla for forgiveness. The heart, every time you listen to something or you see something you shouldn't be looking at, it places a black dot. And we all know this. So much so that the heart becomes blackened. And to have the opposite reaction on the heart is to constantly ask Allah for forgiveness, right? Didn't our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam seek forgiveness 70 times or maybe even 100 times in his sitting? Even though he didn't have any past or future sins. Where do me and you stand? When is the last time we asked Allah sincerely, Ya Allah, I did make those mistakes? Asking Him to forgive us. It's one thing identifying the problem, it's another finding the solution. First, I have to accept that there's a problem. If I can't accept there's a problem, I'll never be able to fix it.